And then now their wives have come into a place where it's like, I'm not going to let no man speak to me like this. I ain't going to let him talk to me like that or do this and da 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 da. Just because they've been watching too much Kardashians, they've been online watching all this stuff on social media, reality TV shows. And now you're trying to sit here and be like, okay, well, how do I lead the way I'm supposed to without my wife tripping on me? So your wife will look at you very differently if you're walking in your purpose. Now, if you've never heard the word purpose before, I'm here to tell you that having purpose in your life is in your life. You have purpose, but some people just don't know what that thing is. So like, comment, subscribe so you can get back on track with your wife while you're walking in your purpose. So the one thing I want to talk about is this word, purpose. Now, if you've ever heard the word before, it's used very loosely in some ways. Like, what is your purpose of being at this facility? What is your purpose of calling me this late? Well, there's a reason, right? What that means, there is a reason in why you're doing what you're doing. And every single man and woman has a purpose on this earth. So the question is what is your purpose? Now, the reason I bring up purpose right now is because a lot of men in their homes are feeling defeated. They're feeling like their wives are taking control or taking over or just being too bossy, mean, rude, just because they've been watching too much Kardashians. They've been online watching all this stuff on social media, reality TV shows. And then now their wives have come into a place where it's like, I'm not going to let no man speak to me like this. I ain't going to let him talk to me like that or do this and da 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 da. And now you're trying to sit here and be like, okay, well, how do I lead the way I'm supposed to without my wife tripping on me? Well, bro, she's going to trip. She is going to trip on you no matter what. Why? Because there's too many people out there right now, women who are doing things in a certain way, that are leading life a certain way, very feminist movement, that honestly goes against the grain. It should never have been like that, but we've kind of allowed that to happen. Watching women do their thing, like, oh, it's sexy, girl, you handling your business, until she's now handling her business and your business. Now it looks a little different, right? It don't look the same anymore. And now you're trying to figure out how to get back into right standing with your wife after her doing everything. And then now you've been just going to your job every day. That should be enough, right? Going to your job. Well, it's not, because eventually if she's doing more and she keeps doing other things in her life, then she's going to start wondering when you're going to start doing anything. Like, when is he going to try to go for a supervisor position? When is he going to look at a new job? He's been making $35, $40 an hour for 15 years. Like, are we going to like try to do anything more? Because the wife that you have right now, when she met you in your 20s, 30s, or whatever the case it is, she saw you at that time a very specific way. Now that you guys have been married for 10 years, 15 years, 5 years, she doesn't look at you 100% the same way that when she first met you. Why? Because there's history now. There's things that have gone on in your guys' life that makes her look at you a little bit differently. So if you believe that she's never going to change, you've been fooled, okay? You've been played. DJ Khaled, congratulations, you played yourself. That's what he says all the time. Because it is not ever going to be a point in time where your wife is never going to stop changing. So guess what that means for you? You have to keep changing. You have to keep growing. You have to keep excelling, right? Well, how do people do that? When you go to a job all day, like, I've done all this, I've done that. This is the difference. Your purpose. What is it about you that makes you so special that you're here on this earth? There's something out there for you. There is something specifically tied for you to do, not for anybody else. There might be a bunch of counselors, but guess what? If that's your purpose, you could be a counselor. If that's for you to be an astronaut, then be an astronaut. But what is it that you are supposed to do here? Have you ever questioned that in your life? Have you ever thought of that before, ever? Other than just working that dead end job that's not getting you guys anywhere further? You are living a mediocre life knowing that there's more to the life that you have right now. You've dreamed before. You've thought visions before. You've seen things in which you'd like to see. You see that car in the road, and you're like, man, that's a nice Mercedes. I really like that car. Oh man, that thing is really nice. But guess what? You can have that too. It can be yours. Instead of just admiring somebody with the Mercedes, you can be the one that people are admiring if you're walking in your purpose, if you're doing the thing that God has called you to do. Now, the question is what is your purpose, right? Everybody has to go on this road to figure it out. And the way I always try to help people to start this is by looking at the things that you like to do. Now, when I say like to do, I'm not saying anything nasty or things that are going to compromise your marriage to your wife, okay? I'm talking about things that you like to do that you believe you're being helpful for someone else, not for yourself, okay? That you're being helpful for someone else. What is it that you do for someone else that you believe is helpful, that you have no problem doing for the rest of your life if you had it that way? That's where we start focusing. Well, if you don't have a problem doing this for the rest of your life, then why aren't you doing it? If you know it can be helpful towards somebody, why aren't you doing it? Well, this is where it gets a little muddy. The missus will start seeing you be very content. She sees you not growing. She sees you not changing, not trying to reach and learn anything new. But once you start walking in your purpose, you have to study, right? If you didn't like school, you got to study. If you don't like research, you got to research. If you never liked research, this is part of what you got to do. If you didn't like having to listen to podcasts or watch videos on any of these things, guess what? This is part of what you're going to have to do. It's hard. It is really hard, but it's so much more rewarding for you and for your family and for the people around you if you're willing to walk in your purpose and not just be content with the life that you have, okay? I would love to know more about what you think about this, because I'm sure you've thought about things that you've wanted to do before, but you just never have done it because it's like, oh, it's too hard, or I don't even know where to start. Like, no, that's not for me. Like, oh, I'm good. Like, I'm sure you've said all these things to yourself, because I have too. I've been there before. But don't do that. People out there are looking for you. People out there need you, and you have no idea how much of an impact you could make if you just were willing to not be comfortable for such a long time and start walking your purpose. Then your wife will start to look at you differently. Then she will start chasing after you. You won't be chasing after her all day, bro. She'll be chasing after you. Why? Because you're about your business. You're handling things that are very, very difficult, but you're making it happen, and you're not making excuses about trying to get it done. So, purpose. Have you heard of it before? Have you heard of it like this before? And have you ever started walking in your purpose yet? If you believe that you're walking in your purpose right now, leave me a comment below and tell me what your purpose has been and what you believe it's been doing for you in your life. If you have not believed, or you don't believe that you've been walking in your purpose at all, comment below. And let's talk about those things, because guess what? Your purpose could be right in front of your face. You'd never know it if you didn't look. So, love you guys. I appreciate y'all listening to the message today. And always, brother, come holla at your boy. All right. Don't be afraid, man. Like, get outside your zone, that little comfort zone, and start walking in your purpose. All right. All right. Love you, man. See ya. Peace.